This entire brand was specifically created for women over 40, and chances are, if you watch my videos, you are 40 or over, or you will be at some point. And since I've tried every single product from Sarah Creal that's currently out on the market, thought it was time to do a deep dive and share my thoughts and my reviews on each of these products. Now, as with any brand, not everything is going to work for everyone. We all have different skin types and live in different climates, and what works well for me may not work for you, and vice versa. It's been a while since I've done a one brand review. Now, if you think Sarah Creal kind of came out of nowhere, she's actually been in the beauty industry for a really long time. She was the co-founder and former CEO of Victoria Beckham Beauty, and she was in product development and marketing for Prada Beauty, Tom Ford Beauty, and Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, to name a few. So she's been around and wanted to create a brand for someone like her, someone who is not in their 20s and 30s. All of her products in this line are cruelty-free, vegan, fragrance-free, and gluten-free. And this is a luxury brand. So if you were on a major budget, this is probably not going to be the brand for you. I've been wanting to do this deep dive for a while. I'm excited to get into it. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's get started. I'm loosely going in order of application because she has a couple of skincare, skin prep products in addition to her makeup products. So I'm starting with the Moisture Source Bi-Phase Brightening Essence. This is a dual phase liquid weightless moisturizer that hydrates deeply and keeps it locked in with a squalane oil phase. You can see the two phases here. I actually went through a trial size, a travel size, before getting this full size. So she originally created this because one of her friends had a laser treatment and her skin was so dry after. She was slathering all kinds of things on. She was slathering oil on her face, and nothing would rehydrate, re-moisturize her skin. And she told her friend that she needed something to penetrate the skin and deeply hydrate and moisturize and keep that moisture in her skin. And when her friend asked her for a recommendation, she couldn't think of anything that would provide all of that in one product, so she created this. So this has ingredients to brighten, firm, improve skin texture, elasticity, plump, hydrate, moisturize, and protect and support the skin barrier. So you shake it up to mix the two layers and activate it and apply a few drops to your skin. You can use it morning or night or both. It has a silky, watery, lightweight, elegant texture. It's not oily or greasy at all. My skin just drinks it up and keeps my skin hydrated without the typical lotiony texture that is typically required to hold hydration in my skin. She also suggests mixing a few drops of this with Face Flex, which we're going to talk about here in a minute, to create a custom skin tint. Because this is so customizable, you can apply anywhere from 1 to a few drops depending on your skin type. I think this is fantastic across all skin types because it is so customizable. I have very sensitive skin that is a combination oily. It's pretty normal around the perimeter and can even be dry, but I get shine and oil breakthrough in the center of my face, and my skin just drinks this up when it doesn't make it greasy or oily. And I know people with dry skin really love this too. This is the full size, and there's also a travel size. I'm taking a quick moment here to share a savings code with you for something new just for women our age. I've partnered with MIDI to tell you more about their new supplements created specifically for women in midlife. An all-female clinical team created these using the latest research and insights from over 200,000 patients to address the symptoms that many of us face. Things like weight gain, brain fog, fatigue, and insomnia. I recently learned that fewer than 10% of supplement studies focused on women over 40, so having products just for us is fantastic. Plus, you can feel confident knowing these are high quality doctor-developed supplements, no more supplement overwhelm or ordering from random third-party sites. I've been taking their daily cortisol support because sleep has been a struggle for me. This one helps with nighttime relaxation and better sleep quality, and the ingredients also support stress reduction, mental clarity, memory, and overall resilience. You may already know MIDI is a virtual care clinic who helps women with perimenopause, menopause, weight, or other health concerns, so it makes sense that they expanded into supplements. So if you're looking to support your wellness routine or manage those midlife changes, MIDI supplements are a great option, and you can save 15% off your first order with my code STEPH through the link in my description box. This is the Firm Offer 4-in-1 Ultimate Eye Cream. It's refillable and the packaging kind of reminds me of a lighter. This is a very lightweight tinted eye cream with a lotiony consistency. It blends out extremely easily under my eyes, and it's supposed to be ultra hydrating and visibly brighten dark circles. It's supposed to minimize signs of aging, fine lines and wrinkles, and it's supposed to prime your under eye area for makeup. Now, I do love how it's very thin and it spreads out so quickly and easily, but I don't see that visible brightening of my dark circles that it claims to have. Now, if you have less discoloration, less dark circles than I have, you might see that. I think it's because it blends into my skin so thoroughly, which is not a bad thing for an eye cream to do. But what I do see is sort of a hydrated looking radiance. There's no shimmer in here. I just see hydration, but because it's so thin and it absorbs so well, I don't feel that hydration on top of my skin like I do with some other eye creams. Now, because I have dry under eyes with fine lines and texture, I do typically like to feel a bit of hydration after I blend my eye cream in and after it absorbs, because that tells me that my eyes are going to stay hydrated throughout the day. If you have dry under eyes, you probably know what I'm talking about. Because I didn't get that from this, I wasn't sure if this was going to work well for me under makeup, if it was going to take me throughout an entire day without my under eyes starting to look dry and crepey or feel dry. But the texture works surprisingly well for me. This actually does hydrate and prime my under eye area nicely for makeup. Now, if you have extremely dry under eyes, drier than mine, this may be too lightweight for you, but it sort of surprised me for being so lightweight and fully absorbing under my eyes that it works so well. But it did. So this was a pleasant surprise. Next, we have the Brilliant Repair Shield SPF 50 Illuminating Serum. So this is a 3-in-1. First, it is a sunscreen. It is a 100% mineral UVA UVB SPF 50 sunscreen that's water resistant for up to 40 minutes. It's also an environmental defense serum that protects you from pollution and blue light, and it is a low glow skin tint that you can also wear as a primer under makeup. It comes in 2 tints that have a radiant glow. The one I have is the lightest, called Staycation. You want to be sure to shake it up, and I love the dispensing mechanism. It is completely mess-free. You can hold it upside down and nothing is going to drop out until you squeeze it. It has a runny, watery texture that's easy to massage into your skin with no white cast. And I find, at least with my skin type, there is a lot of hydration and glow to this sunscreen. If you have normal to dry skin, this may be a great option for you. But as we know, not everyone over 40 or with mature skin has normal to dry skin. If you have oily or combination skin, even normal skin possibly, and you apply the proper amount of sunscreen that you need to get adequate sun protection, it may be too much dewy glow for you and you may be able to feel it on your skin. For me personally, this has more radiance than I'm comfortable with, and I could feel it on my skin in areas where I'm prone to shine. I also want to make a packaging note really quickly. As cute and sleek as this little bottle is, I mean, it is pretty cute. And as much as I love that dispensing mechanism, this has one of my packaging pet peeves, which is it doesn't stand upright. It has to lay down, and that just drives me crazy. And look, I know this is a luxury brand, but $64 for one tiny little ounce here is a lot for sunscreen. It's priced about like Chanel's sunscreen. Most other brands, even luxury brands, give you more than an ounce. They give you closer to 2 ounces, so that's just something to think about. Face Flex Concealer and Complexion Enhancer is probably my favorite product in Sarah Creal's entire line. It's a very versatile product that's great for the face and the under eyes, and it's so good, especially for dry, mature under eyes. There are nice ingredients in here to hydrate, depuff, soothe, and calm your skin. It looks really skin-like, natural, and sort of fuses with your skin as you blend it out. You can swipe it on areas where you want to even out your skin tone and blend it out with a brush. Sometimes I spritz my brush first with a facial mist like the Alba First Spray Serum you're seeing me use here. Other times I just blend it straight out with no spray. It just depends on my mood. And as I stated at the beginning of the video, you can also mix in a few drops of moisture source and mix it in the palm of your hand with a brush and apply it to your skin as a tint. Either way, It applies effortlessly and blends seamlessly with my skin for a no makeup look. For extra spot concealing, I dab it directly onto those areas and let it sit for a bit to thicken to increase the coverage level, and then I blend it out. So for my face, I typically use shade 3, and for my under eye area, I go up a shade to shade 2. Now she's added some shades since I initially got these 2 shades, so there may be better shade matches for me now, but I'm going to use these up first. Now if I just dot this concealer under my eyes and blend it out, it gives medium coverage, which is probably great for a lot of people, but since I prefer and feel I need at least medium full coverage, I usually wear a thin layer of corrector under most concealers. Under my right eye, I'm dotting it on and letting it set for a little bit to thicken while I apply my corrector under my left eye. It blends out easily to give medium full coverage this way. It also layers beautifully over itself or corrector. Sometimes I blend it out with the warmth of my finger. Others, I blend it out with the concealer and complexion brush you saw me using on my face earlier. That's a really nice soft brush I've gotten way more use out of than I thought I would. Also, if you're someone who isn't prone to creasing under your eyes, this concealer might be pretty self-setting for you. I crease under my lash line almost immediately when I start doing other things before I set my under eyes, and this concealer doesn't crease immediately the way most concealers do. If you're prone to creasing, all concealers will probably crease. This does crease eventually, like all concealers do. I still do set it, but it always looks natural and seamless under my eyes. It never looks cakey or heavy, and it doesn't start looking dry and crepey throughout the day. This has become one of my favorite, most used concealers. I absolutely love it. Next, we have the Just Like Paradise 12-Hour Peptide Sculpting Cream Bronzer. I have it in shade 1.0. I kind of want to try 2.0 also. I don't know why I haven't tried that shade yet. So this is a sheer buildable cream bronzer. It has this proprietary Korean technology along with skincare ingredients that hydrate and support your skin's elasticity for up to 12 hours, and it doesn't settle into lines or pores. This is very smooth and creamy and sort of melts into your skin as you apply it, and it leaves behind this glowy radiance without any shimmer or glimmer. I use the large angled end of this brush to apply it to my cheeks, forehead, and anywhere else I want to look sun-kissed or add natural warmth to my skin, and the small end to swipe it above the crease of my eyes and sometimes to contour my nose. It looks dewy and healthy, but it doesn't feel greasy or oily, and it doesn't fade during the day. Sometimes that can happen with cream bronzers, but this one lasts. I have been really impressed with this. This also has that same proprietary Korean technology. This is the Today's Highlights 12-Hour Peptide Balm Luminizer. Now, if you prefer a natural, dewy, radiant highlight to one with glimmer and shimmer, this is going to be for you. The shade I have is called This Just In, and it's that perfect natural champagne shade. And this is a weightless, natural, dewy cream highlighter that's sheer and buildable. It doesn't settle into lines or pores or texture. It's flattering. You can actually take the large end of that same brush we used earlier for the bronzer and dab it right over the bronzer on your cheeks for a more glowy look. It's also great for swiping on your brow bone or your inner corners or anywhere you want a bit of radiant glow. It's flattering and easy, and it looks natural. That's exactly what I want in a highlighter. Eyeliner can be a struggle for mature eyes, so Sarah Creal created the Eyes Up Creamy Kajal Longwear Eyeliner to address just that, and I gotta say, these are really good. They have a soft glide, they don't skip or tug, and they give you some time to smoke or smudge your eyeliner before they fully set down. And something that's a bit different about these is that they have this cream gel matrix technology that allows the pigments to flex with your facial expressions and still last, even if you use pretty rich skincare. They're smudge proof and transfer proof. I have worn these even on days when my eyes have watered, and they've held up beautifully. So you have the pencil on one end and a little brush on the other. Sometimes I use this brush, other times I use my own. I have 3 shades: Rich Cocoa, Bronzy, and Everyday Taupe. I have been loving Everyday Taupe for just a neutral kind of shadowy effect. It's a little bit different from other shades I've seen on the market. So if if you're looking for a mature eye friendly eyeliner that glides on smoothly and holds up throughout the day, this is a fantastic one. Sticking with mature eyes for a quick second, we have Back of the Cab Volumizing and Tubing Mascara, which is in this sculptural looking mascara tube. It feels nice and luxurious in my hand, as do all of her products, as they should. So this is a buildable black tubing mascara that has shea butter to soften and condition, and it has kind of an interesting shape. It's like half an hourglass, I guess. There's something about the thin shape combined with that half an hourglass that it does a nice job of reaching the base of my lashes and giving them a fluttery effect. It gives my sparse, stick straight lashes nice volume and length, and it doesn't completely straighten out my curl the way some tubing mascaras and non-waterproof mascaras can. It also doesn't flake and smudge throughout the day. And because it's a tubing mascara, it glides off nicely with warm water. This is a really nice mascara. It wears well throughout the day. It keeps a nice lift and it removes easily. You can't ask for much more than that. We have several lip products to talk about. Now, I don't think there's another one on the market quite like this first one, and I think it could easily be misunderstood. So this is the Lip Grip Line Filler Peptide Priming Lip Treatment. This is not a lip balm. This is a priming lip filler with peptides that blurs and smooths lines and wrinkles, and it primes your lips for lip color and helps lock it in place, and it also transforms the finish of satin and cream lipsticks into a soft matte finish. So you apply it to clean, hydrated lips before you apply your color lip products. It's a pretty niche product. It's not going to be for everybody if you don't like a soft matte finish, or if you don't have lines or wrinkles that you want softened and blurred. This is probably not going to be the product for you. But if you have lip lines, lip wrinkles that you want smoothed, if you want help with feathering, bleeding of your lip products, or if you like the look of a matte lipstick, a soft matte lipstick, but you don't want the dryness, this can transform lip products you already like that have a cream finish into a matte finish. So I find this has a very comfortable, thin feel to it. I do like to make sure my lips are hydrated first. As I said, it's not a lip balm. It's not going to give me the hydration of a lip balm. It has a very thin feel to it, but it works nicely as a lip primer. This isn't something I'm using every day though. Let's go ahead and talk about the Speak for Yourself Hydrating Lipstick. This packaging is just so pretty. It is magnetic, very elegant. I have it in the shade CEO, which is a nude pink. If you're familiar with Merit signature lipsticks, this formula reminds me of those quite a bit. It's a very silky, thin, smooth formula. It's very comfortable and hydrating. This shade, by the way, is what I had on in probably the first half of this video until I topped it with something else that I'm going to talk about here in a minute. These have a cream finish to them and ingredients that keep your lips hydrated for, I think they say 6+ hours. They have nice opacity and feel very comfortable. I love this formula and how thin and not goopy they feel on my lips. If you like a smooth, thin, creamy lipstick formula with nice opacity that lasts a decent amount of time on your lips, you will like these. What I topped my lipstick off with is the No Further Questions High Glide Peptide Lip Gloss in Calm Down, which is a soft pink. Here it is in Calm Down next to the CEO lipstick. This has a thin, flexible wand and feels very cushiony and silky. And because of the high shine and glossiness it gives, with zero stickiness by the way, and the hydration and how it smooths my lips, I feel like my lips look plumper and healthier. It's very flattering and has nice opacity for a gloss too. It doesn't feel thick and goopy. I'm sure you can tell Sarah Creal really likes peptides, as do I. There are other ingredients in here to help improve your lips' baseline hydration and smoothness over time. And this lasts a nice amount of time for a gloss too. I really enjoy this, the texture and the shade that I chose too. This is the Adults Are Talking Soft Serum Lip Repair. I have it in Energetic, which is a sheer soft pink. You can see the hint of a tint right here. This has very elegant magnetic packaging. This is a treatment lip balm that reduces the look of lip lines and helps bring very dry lips back to their softest, smoothest, plumpest state. There's a clear shade and several tints to choose from. There is some grip to it as it smoothly glides over your lips because this doesn't slip right off the way many similarly packaged lip balms do. This has high shine, sheer color, no center taste. This does feel really good and nourishing on my lips. I love that it remains on my lips longer than other similar products. It just comes down to, in my opinion, how much you want to spend on a lip balm type of product, but this is a good one in my opinion. So what are your thoughts on this brand that is created for women over 40? Have you tried any of these products? Will you be trying any of them? What are your thoughts on Sarah Creal Beauty products? Let me know down below. I never know how these one brand review videos are going to go over. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And if you enjoy everyday beauty made easy, because that is what my channel is all about. Meanwhile, if you're interested in seeing some of my favorite beauty products, high-end and luxury in every category, you can check this video out here. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.